thing about our community is that we don't identify as African, and we don't like identify as African American.
Talking for the natives.
Yeah,
I like when
it comes to talking about African Americans, I have no education with that. Period. I don't. I'm not even connecting to that no more because that's a system.
A Negro is still languished in the corners of American society. Finds himself in exile in his own land.
Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. You never find a white aborigine. Aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines.
Fuck this motherfucker. He just got low, you know what I mean? We got to get out here. Ain't no pressure here for us, you know what I mean?
R.I.P. to the realest from the side, Chad Butler. Hey, I know you heard of me, yeah. Another first degree. I know you heard of me. Another first degree for murder. And that's a capital. Murder. I'm a pimp C, bitch, so rum in my bucks. I sold pussy on the street cause I knew nothing but sluts. Just came back from Dallas, Texas in the 6'8" lack. Bitch, I got ostrich on my seat, my candy paint red and black. When I left, I had one, but I'm coming back with two. And she bought a girlfriend, hey, so now I got a few. Hey, hit the website and make it do what I do. I make 3,000 in one day, so motherfuck what you do. If I told you pussy number, you would think I was fibbing. Going in and out of town, you might think I was tripping. In the game, ain't a thing coming foreign with Jag. I spent 1,000 on a Sachi shirt and left on the tag. Got a bad stove bunny and that bitch is legit. I hooked that hoe up with my plug and that bitch hit for a brick. Whipped it up, double back, cut them rookies some slack. Bitch, I came up and corrupt, I'm selling pussy and crack. Got some kush from California, had to take me a trip. Bitch, I mailed myself a 30, made 2,000 to split. Hit the studio with sound cause I got something to say. Pussy stay up out my face cause I got something to spray. True hustler out the south, big bag man. Hater see me drop his head and get mad. And X see my new bitch and get sad. And start crying cause she eating out the trash can. Central Texas motherfucker, that's where I stay. I be in corrupt city every goddamn day. Big paper, I'm stacking. Hoes gon' let me beat they back in, cause all this dick that I be packing. A black man and a poet. Pimp C, one of the best to ever do it, and I'ma make sure that y'all know it. My best friend a real killer, so you best not trip. Pussy keep on popping off, he gon' get shot in the lip. Slow ass nigga. It's the first degree. I know you heard of me. It's the first degree. I know you heard of me. It's the first degree murder. It's the first degree murder. It's a capital murder. I brought it back. Shout out to Bun B, check this out. Just like Bun B, bitch, I was a king of moving chickens in my kitchen whipping. Never slipping, pop the clipping, I kept my sink dripping. Just in case the task force is flipping, they got them stitches tipping. I ain't tripping, pain dripping, plus I got bitches stripping. Now peep this game from a heavy brother, the fatty lover. Overeating belly stuffer, never been a petty hustler. I get this dick to your mother, cause I'm a motherfucker. Chew me up like some hubba bubba, she'll never love another. She like to eat nutter butter, I need another rubber. But keep that shit undercover, I'm trying to duck a sucker, yes sir, Mr. Master. Hit your sister faster, then pass her to the pastor. He fucked behind the church in the pastor. Seen the bitch walking almost past her. Let the window down, then I passed her. The gas, then I asked her if she had asthma, I gassed her. Told the bitch forget about her, pass her. Skin is yellow like hello. Booty poking like an elbow and shaking like a bowl of jello. Yeah, ho, hit the track and she ain't talking about no railroad. All she said is yes, she can't even spell no. Yeah, bro, strap like some Velcro with nail blow. Brother better have my mail, ho, before I catch a murder case and go to jail. Oh, hell no. Suckers gon' suffer. I bust a buster and this brother with this cutter from Russia. If the 12 wanna discuss you, I'd never discuss you. Throw your body in a mechanical car, crush you and crush you. Don't know what the fuck is up with Usher, but I'm burning your lover. Be at your funeral smoking with the preacher, deacon, and usher. Bust your head, have your head leaking red like a gusher. Throw your body in the water like some tissue and flush it. Chop you up like a machete, like you been fighting with Freddy. Face and belly looking like a bowl of meatball and spaghetti. You ain't ready. All of my niggas dead and they'll piss on you like R. Kelly and shit on you like a white freaking Lee. You stanky and smelly.
Honorable admiration, my good brothers and sisters of the feather. That was my OG. And man, that's that. Woo. I don't know. My OG, this is a song called Pimp C. What's good, brothers and sisters of the feather? In a moment, a good brother Chief Holiday, if not too busy, will pop in. Y'all ride with me tonight. Y'all better buckle up. Y'all better buckle up. Get nice and comfy in that seat. It's not a bucket. Might be some leather. But you got to keep up. Definitely got to keep up. So I'm going to start this off by giving some good information before I get to something a little different. Let's just say we have to let you know what's coming, what we have in store for everybody that is involved and going to, witness this first American documentary film movie. I mean, it's just, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, documentary, film, movie, legacy. It's like this. It's like this. I had a very interesting conversation with a good brother Chief earlier, and it has been said by me that, I'm a born again non-believer. I don't believe shit. I've supported so many different things and found out it was a lie. I put so much faith in things and found out it was a lie. And then I got to the point of going through the continuation of the same thing. So when we see that a lot of our brothers and sisters of the feather and those who are lost who got some mystical daishikis or a hot Hotepan Kemetic name, that it's like you're almost getting it, but you just go right back to the loop. It's like, oh, you almost got it. Oh shit, he's starting all back over again. Damn. All the way at the bottom of the hill. And it's like it's better for me personally as a man, going from young man into just regular man. I find it that it is more gratifying. It is personal. I don't even know what to call it, but it's like a personal rights to discover and find, for yourself without somebody pointing you down the way. Now, it's cool when someone points you down the way not to go, but when someone points you down the way for you to go, that is a problem. So we need to have a major sit down, like I said last week, think tank, and formulate our own everything. I don't want to go to a book, for my end all be all. I don't want to go to a computer for my end all be all. So I have to see, taste, touch, and feel in person for myself. Now, I can read everything in the world. If I don't have a personal connection to it, it means nothing. Like the Seneca language. My ancestor, Philander Chanel and Hood, is full-blood Seneca. And he was one of the founding fathers of the real Underground Railroad. Not that nonsense that was. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna go on to the details of the Underground Railroad because I feel that people have a misconception of it, and maybe you should stay in your misconception until you can figure it out for your own, because it's better. So what's more important is if you have a connection to that Underground Railroad, if you have a connection to some path to righteousness when things were going astray, when we were on top and things started to fall apart, who agreed to go along with whatever and who decided to do what is remarkable and interesting. But at the end of the day, we got to deal with right now and the future. Right now and the future. So that's why the things that are most relevant to your daily living should be on the high perspective of what you seek to understand and know in your daily living. Mastering it. Be the best at what you do, especially if it's just benefiting you. Know what you really are guided to do. Know the position that you are really supposed to take. There's only so much time that I have to really share with my good brothers and sisters. And information that I discover or I'm taught, I don't own. I'm no gatekeeper. Okay? Information is freely accessible to many, but certain information is personal. And for everyone, it's good that we're all finding our genealogy, getting to know our past. But it is sacrilegious. Just like going to a burial site, such as the Seneca burial site. That is very sacrilegious and offensive to people who are myself. Very offensive. Very offended. My trip to New York, I went and touched. I got to see it in person where my ancestors were buried. Do I know when? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I'm literally a born again non-believer. I don't believe anything. So the things that I introduce, it's not that I get a personal gain or shocked everybody. Oh, be mystified. Come to me for all the information. Like our good brother, Mr. Calloway. I'm a millionaire. No, that's not what this is about. I want to share that we have a big problem in our world today. And I find that it's attached to many other things. Our food and resources. Okay? The things that we need are necessity. And the things that we want. We are not in control of what we need and what we want. Okay? So, I really wanted to pick apart these words, Indianapolis, Indiana, Indian, and dealing with these words. But things are so in your face today. Everything is right now. It's we're at a fork in the road, right? And we are not in control of the direction of which part of this fork in this road that we're going down. We need a better plan. We need a plan now. We need no leaders. We need all leaders. We need pure individuals who are on point. Now, I'll share a little something. I'll even throw my camera on so that you see that I wrote it. Bear with me, y'all. Hold up. Just to show y'all that I wrote it down. That's all. Ain't nothing that spectacular. You're not gonna grow wings or turn into an X-Men or anything, y'all. And I think maybe the reason why we're not making those steps or some moves or whatever is because we think something spectacular is gonna happen, or it's I don't know. I think that somewhere down the line in these so-called titled generations of the past, these weird names they attach to it while we're doing them magnificent things and all that, they're lost. I think that something happened where I don't know, somewhat have blinded ourselves. You know, we like kind of veiled ourselves. Instead of like dealing something or facing something that was just too intense, we've chose to like be ignorant to it, you know, having some blissfulness, y'all. So anyway, I put this together. Okay. So anybody, you know, if you're gonna take some information from me, man, take this. All right. Take this information. Blueprint to what the hell we supposed to do. And this is exactly what we're not doing. Being in full control. All right. Now, the beginning part, I'm not going to deal with it, but maintenance of the earth, repairing the earth, overhaul, massive scale. That means we have to let go of everything that's going on in the world today and start doing our own thing on a massive scale. Repair ecological purpose. Preparing our ecological purpose. What are we really supposed to eat? How much of it are we really supposed to eat? And if it is truly what we are supposed to eat, that means that when the food transitions through our body, it has to serve a purpose to the ecosystem and not a toilet going down the toilet bowl. Now, I'm not too fond of the smells of farts and shit, excuse my language, but maybe there's something about our physical body. So everybody want to be spiritual and astro and all that. No, our physical body. All right. Now I'm trying to make it layman as possible. That's why I wrote it this way, to make it layman as possible. Okay. Operations of people. All right. That's complicated. That if anybody ever wants to know when I say operations of people, you know, feel free to ask me. Mine for minerals using machines, meaning we don't need to get down in these tunnels and caves to dig for the minerals to make the things that we want. But more importantly, the things that we need in our daily living. Manufacture machine labor. What are we working jobs and worrying about an hourly wage doing something that a machine can do? We can invent a machine to do it. Mass produce for free. All right, y'all, I'm taking y'all a little advance. I'm not talking about communists, socialists, more about aggregarians. Need to be aggregative. Okay, so for the advanced stuff, if you want to know these things from what I have physically seen, not from a book, not from a computer, not from somebody else. And yeah, I'm on a computer. Yeah, you're getting this from somebody else, and I'm to show you a video of somebody else doing something. But what I am saying is, we're gonna have to, if you really want to talk about something, you're like, yeah, man, I want to know about how they read the weather and do all that. Are these people magicians? Are you telling me that somebody can get out there and forecast the weather today and tell me that next week the weather's gonna be like this, and then the weather's like that? Y'all start thinking. We let people are in control of our destiny, and they're manifesting it. And you're using our will to make it work. So for those who want to step up and have these heavy conversations, we're talking about geodynamics and biodynamics. All right, I'm going to give y'all the whole shebang. Vents, fissures, tectonic plates, 80% of surface more than rainforest. Got to challenge that. Biodynamics. Diatoms, 20% of photosynthesis of carbon. We got to challenge all of that. All right. We're going to challenge all of these things and then make our own, start over, make our new. All right. Whatever we've been doing, that shit ain't working. Time to start over, y'all. So we need to really understand flora, all life in trees, insects, birds, fauna, all life in the flora system, mammals and fish. Fuck these words. We need to get out there and figure out what's going on with the planet and prepare ourselves for what's going on the planet and absolutely ignore anything that we mystically, magically thought had some supremacy over us. It doesn't. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all some treats. These are some real treats for people who are into this stuff. I'll make it real quick too. We need to understand magnetron technology. Probably should be giving y'all this right now, but hey, y'all better take notes. No, not better. Let me not say it that way, man. Just not like people are beneath me. Take notes, understand this, utilize it, and apply it in any way you can to help you in your life. All right. So understand magnetron technology, diode, light, heat, and wind. Magnetron, electricity, charge, magnets. I can't say that part. Magnetron technology and the function of our world today with free energy and solar. We no longer need to pay for electricity or water. Why do we? I mean, when I turn these lights on right here, I don't have to put a quarter in the damn wall. Anyway, foods with additive agents must be removed. Can't say that part. So, as in, if somebody's marketing something to our people, if you see a beer commercial, hard liquor commercial that's being marketed to our people, and the people who are marketing it is not us, our people, and for the benefit of just our people, not like some secret Zeddy in the background who really benefit and running everything, where it's a situation that happens like what happened with Kobe Bryant. You know, nothing like that. I'm talking about full control, okay? Full control. All right. Now, where my other stuff goes, man? My other stuff I made for the good brothers just to kind of catch y'all up psychologically. All right, now this is some other stuff. Now before I show this video. So we need to really, basically, we need to see what happened to us and the things that we're using. So if you're studying anything and it comes from a publishing company or it comes from something connected to the Royal Society, which basically the same thing, just don't believe it. I'm gonna save you all the trouble in the world. Anything they say atoms exist. They show you a video and they put on a light show and talk about electron, proton, neutron, and they say magnets, and we have a magnetic pole and it's electromagnets. But then you go look up how magnets made. It goes through a damn 7 process. It's like 7 different minerals. There's so much bullshit. Just how the battery works, all these different things, the real free energy in the world and how things work. We have been manipulated, and then we were taught like, hey, they lied to us, man. I got the answers. And these people come and they give you all this information, and it takes you right back into another trap. So we got to break free of all these traps. You know, I'm not even going to read that, which I don't even want that. Hey, okay, so nope. Bear with me, y'all. I got a video for y'all. I'm gonna tell you something. Something that I am doing, this research that I'm doing. If you do it intensively, and you feel like you have a conscious that's pure of light, and you won't feel some type of way looking at certain things, and if you can make out things, and you can handle it, cool. Then you can see some things, and it won't have an effect on you. Some people like myself, like looking at ruins and stuff, like I feel a connection to the world. You know, some people just look at it and say, ooh, wow, look what we did. I feel a real connection. Okay. All right. There's a lot of lies that's going on. So I wanted to make sure I line these up. So we're under the impression that Peter Broham, first Baron Broham, and Vaux Privy Council, Queen Council, fellow of the Royal Society, has one of the 6 title of the royal company holding titles, Lord Chancellor, and hoobity hoobla, and all this other stuff, right? What I'm going to tell you is the real Royal Society was our people, okay? I'm going to just knock everything, just knock it down, make it real simple for you. That's the Iroquois nation. That's the 5 civilized tribes, okay? That's the royal company, and that's the Royal Society, the real Royal Society. When you're looking up this Pasha situation with the Khedive decree, that's really our people who took a dumbass path, made some damn mistakes, and chose to go somewhere, and now when they come back, you think it's all good. But really mess things up. I'm not going to go into the details or tribe shaming any of the tribes or people. We all have family members that did something they shouldn't have done in the past. In our country, unfortunately, the last 200 years have been the most remarkable thing that man can imagine, especially beginning the first 100 of these last 200 years. So we can't really so much as just start blaming or anything. We got to deal with right now. We have to understand what happened, and so we know what position that we're going to take and what direction we move the position. They want to move goalposts on how they do things. Well, we're not even on the same planet with that nonsense. You got the Khedive Decree, 1869, agricultural industry, construction and architecture proposed, opera house, railroad, Suez Canal, and a whole bunch of hoobity hoobla stuff over there, supposedly in Egypt, right? But what they're not telling you is this is from the mind and really from the people who were here in America. No other people were movers and shakers. Again, the people who we call pale or we call whatever, the Mongolians, the mestizos, the ones who mixed with them, and all this stuff. They did not come here with some grand ideal. They did not come here manifesting anyone's destiny. The average language that they spoke probably had about 50 words. These were not a creative sculpturing and making all these famous drawings and rolling balls around and saying that's how gravity came and lining you all up with cannons and we're not doing anything, but we already know the reality. We know the reality of that here. But I'm telling you, it goes so much deeper. Like we were literally doing everything 200 years ago. No one else. How the situation comes and a race of people was created, I don't know. I can't help anyone with that. Or let me find this other part, man, before I slide this video on. To give a little insight into my position. So, like I said, I use my own mind, my own way of thinking. I'm not going to some professors' documented articles, book, or anything. I don't do any stuff like that anymore. You know, most of the books I have is like something physical happening in it, or how to make something, or how to do something. You know, not something that's going to help me become the mystical, magical philosopher, or I'm going to become spiritual and say all the jive turkey fly sayings from the last decade and make it sound cool. You know what I mean? So, no. All right. So that was it off of there. Some of the stuff I can't read because I don't want Cheap Channel getting shut down. So I have this video for y'all. Got a treat. I'm gonna step away and go grab something and watch this video with y'all in the chat. Participate. Remember, man, hey, just like everyone else, man. Just like everyone else. I just know a couple of things. That's all. Another thing too. I spent about 3 years doing massage therapy. So, like anyone know, there's a lot of other people that do it. I know a lot of not a lot of little. I got some skills in it, but I know some other things about it that I know people who've done it their whole life and make a lot of money off of it didn't know. So I'm gonna start revealing that to y'all. Yeah, he funny as hell, Chief. I see it in the chat. Hop in any minute, Chief. Well, I'm gonna go grab something and watch this with y'all real quick, man. All right, let me cut that. Oh, also, I'm going to read the Paradise Lost book, right? And I'm going to explain Paradise Lost. What was really whose paradise was lost.
Alright everyone, let me start out this video by saying that I'm sorry it took so long to upload a new video. As you know, or as you may not know, but for those who do know, I've been dealing with a lot of external stress and concerns, but I won't get into that right now. So this video is a little bit different. This video is going to be the top 10 most liked photos from my Instagram account, which is Mudflood Memes on Instagram. So the first photo here is from Saudi Arabia in 1860, and I couldn't find too much information about this photo in particular or the structure. There's a lot of structures like this. If anyone knows more information about this, you can leave it in the comments, but a lot of people here on YouTube might not be aware of the Instagram, and I've never shown this photo on the YouTube channel here, so I thought we would just kind of check things out a little bit more here. So the one interesting thing we see here is these steps, and then we see almost like an outline of where the mirrored set, the pair here would have been. So that's interesting. You might not have noticed that on Instagram. So then we see 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you count this part up here. So 5 steps here. And then we see this guy down here chilling, looking kind of edged off here for some reason, but whatever, kind of like something out of Minecraft or something. But anyways, the point is that this structure here was carved out of a giant rock. Lord knows when. Like I said, I couldn't find the official story on this one, but very mysterious, very interesting, very intriguing nonetheless. And then we see some cruder structures here, kind of like, you know, benches, tables, seats, just kind of remnants of, but you see the straight lines. It's just perfect. Kind of like a face there. Straight lines, just excellent craftsmanship in the old world. So let's move on to the next photo. So this photo was taken in 1964 in, I believe, Valencia, which is a principality in Spain. And from what I could gather, this was a temporary structure for a parade that they have every year, something like that. But just very grotesque things here. Sorry about the resolution. This is the best I could find. And then we have, this is the interesting part. We have a depiction of Noah's Ark. So we have all the different animals, the Ark, these things climbing around the hole, this guy, all that kind of stuff. Very interesting. And then we have a patoot of some animal. possibly like a donkey or a horse or something. Then here we have another grotesque human, like a fat bearded lady or something like that. I don't know. And then these people are all here just checking it out. This is in the early 60s, so this isn't exactly old world, but I put it on the Instagram because it depicts Noah's Ark, which is obviously of the old world. So that's the story with that one. Basically just a very elaborate sort of temporary, I don't know what you call it exactly. It's a statue. I don't think it was a float. I don't think that it was mobile, but it could have been. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments if this was a float. I doubt it, based on the odd dimensions of it. And it's too bad I couldn't find a higher res photo because there seems to be some very intricate details in here. Possibly some old world clues, possibly some symbology. You got Shrek chilling over here. Proto Shrek. Anyways, moving on. We have the train crash in, I believe this was, I'm not sure, I got notes here. Hold on one second. So yeah, this was the well, all I got here is Paris 1864. So I'm not too sure. Like I said, I couldn't find too much information about this, but if I remember correctly, the official story is that the train engineer was drunk or something like that, and the brakes fell, and it's too late to use the emergency brake, so it just crashed right through the building. But the interesting thing about this photo is it's kind of symbolic of the old world here with the building, and then the new world with this primitive technology crashing right through it. And we don't really see too much damage. I mean, we see this, but that could have been there before. And then obviously we see this, but it just seems like this should have been damaged more. Like the engine itself doesn't seem to be too, you'd think that there would have been some type of explosion with this steam engine. And I mean, everything else checks out, I guess. But regardless, it's a little suspicious. Seems like there'd be a little bit more destruction to this, but hey, who knows? I mean, they built stuff pretty tough back then, I'll give them that. I mean, at least it was made out of metal. Nowadays, if a train crashed through a building, I mean, it would look a lot worse, obviously, and there would probably be a lot more destruction. So that's the story with that one. And then here we have the Cathedral of the Savior of Christ in Borke, Ukraine. And I do have some notes on this one. So this was destroyed in 1943, but it was supposedly constructed in 1894, but I think it's much older than that. But we're used to that, obviously, you know, them changing the narrative, changing the construction dates. Obviously, I couldn't find any construction photos of this particular cathedral, naturally. So if we zoom in, we can obviously see the detail. That's expected. But we also just see this flat plane behind it, nothing around it. So we're told that this was just attracting people, that its mere size would attract people to this area of otherwise completely empty, possibly even barren landscape. You know, I mean, it's just getting kind of old. I don't know how much longer they expect to hold back the tide of lies, essentially. We got these guys chilling. That's the other thing you always see in these old pictures is people just hanging out like it's no big deal. Like, wouldn't you expect bigger crowds to be here. I mean, and then people always say, well, it's early in the morning, it's this, it's that. There's always an excuse for why there isn't a lot of people.
OPP, no PPP. Ho see me, she key. All eyes on me, bitch. GTV. Look, go get it, gang, bitch. GGG. Hey, OPP, no PPP. Top tier talent, bitch. TTT. Who am I? Daddy Dope Dick. DDD. Hey, OPP, no PPP. Hey, OPP, no PPP. Hey, the hoe see me, she gon' key. Ha ha. She wanna see that BBC, Big Plumber Lady.
Now, I wanted to stop it right here. See, this is not in America. This is somewhere else. Just wanted to show y'all that have these random structures in these locations looking the way they do. Hold on. Looking the way they do. Now, every single state in America has a downtown area. Everybody can do this. Hell, well, not in Hawaii. Definitely in Alaska. There's some stuff about Alaska they don't want you to know. Every state capital, every major university that was involved in those land grant colleges, look into these structures, foundation of these structures, dates they say that they were built. Tell y'all, man, these are our own structures, all right? How we made them. I've had many conclusions on how things are made. I can only tell how certain things were made, the tactics and the way they used, you know, how they made it. But I had to go off of other people telling me. Okay, it was based upon what other people were telling me about how this type of structure was made. You know, our good flat earth brother, Bro Sanchez, says they put on a laser show. And that's how they made it like that. They were using some lasers. And that's how they did it. Can't knock them for that. I was told by people, and from my own observation of what I was told, that it was volcanoes. That we made molds and used the volcanoes. And I've taught that. I've looked into it. I could never find definites. Never. Certain structures being made with volcanoes, fine. But I couldn't find any definites. If you can't find definites, you cannot stand on it. And do not plug your heart into your Wi-Fi. Ladies, hey, but this is for the men, the brothers. Hey, don't plug your heart into your Wi-Fi. When you're not plugged in, jacked in with your heart, damn near on your sleeve to your fingertip, you know, someone say something, disagree, you extra emotional. We gotta break that. How about we use that energy and build something that's gonna help our own people? You know, let's build something, man. And I'm not talking about like we gonna build. No, I mean like let's start doing it. Let's put our money together, get the materials, find out how much it costs, pick the land. Let's do this. Let's do this, Trip. We got 119 good brothers and sisters of the feather in the building right now, probably more. Y'all tap that like button, tap them thumbs. Share this with your good brothers and sisters of the feather. And let them know that, hey, if we start supporting each other to the point where we don't need each other, but still supporting each other, that means that anytime someone makes a mistake, anytime something happens you can't take care of, there's no there's no like damn, me and my family are homeless now. Like, you know, there's no damn, I got to kiss my boss's ass, or compromising to some sexual act with a boss just to keep your job. Like, we won't have any of this stuff. This stuff will not, it will serve no purpose. We need to really dig deep, man. I gotta stay on our head about this. Gotta really dig deep. Now, I want to see, because I haven't watched this video. So this is the top 10 historical photos from the mud floods. So I'm trying to see what he shows in California, well, America. Yeah, I'm not just focused on Cali. No mistake though. But let's see. Let me get a sneak peek. See where you going with this. Okay. Because most of the time they focus outside.
Next picture is from Bolivia. And when I uploaded this to Instagram, it was because of the melted city effect here. I mean, this is the best evidence I've ever seen of melted buildings. If anybody knows more compelling evidence or more convincing photograph, let me know in the comments. But regardless, this is, in my opinion, the best, most convincing photograph I've ever seen in regards to the melted building theory. I mean, this is clearly, I mean, people can say, oh, well, it wasn't a building, but clearly at some point people were living in this. I mean, these things just look like giant houses here. These things look like palaces, and we got them up here, higher up on the mountain here, these spire-looking things here, towers. People say this is natural. This is a natural formation. I don't think so. I don't think so. Very civilization looking, very, very reset civilization looking, very, very telling of a human touch, in my opinion. So obviously this is a color photograph, so I'm not entirely sure when it was produced, but we can safely say it's probably a modern photograph. But with nothing really, as an example, nothing really telling of the time period, we can only assume that possibly it was taken at least in the 1980s or something like that, based on just the color tone of the photo. But it could be a digital photo, I have no idea. But we can safely say that it's probably not very recent, because then it would be higher resolution or something like that. So if I had to guess, I'd say it was probably taken somewhere between the 1980s and the early 2000s. I think we could agree on that at least. So there's a lot going on here. And if anybody knows more about this, or if it still looks like this, or if they've demolished it, or anything like that, let me know in the comments. And move on to the next photo. So here we have an ancient elevator, essentially, in Paris, or technically it was in Marseille. So this is the Les Anciens de Notre Dame les Décors. And I was lucky enough to find a video about this particular elevator, as it were. And so I'll leave that at the end of this video as a bonus feature. So make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video to see the video that I was able to find on the Les Anciens de Notre Dame des Décors. Now, what I'm told is that this was built in 1892, and then, of course, conveniently, it was torn down in the 1870s. And you'll see in the video, at the end of this video, that there's no construction. Even though they tell you it's construction, they tell you this is construction. But this was already here. I couldn't find any pictures of this being built, this giant tower. And in the video, you'll see different angles and still no construction. Now they say that this is construction, that it wasn't finished yet. Now, possibly this is new. Possibly this is refacaded. Possibly this is new to these inheritors. We'll zoom in on the inheritors with the trademark umbrellas and just over the top clothes. Of course, you got the horse, the wooden wheels, you know, the whole shebang. But then you have this. Okay. And you even got this. And you'll see it in different angles. But regardless, very, very old world looking towers here. Possibly repurposed, possibly dug out. But this does not convince me here. This does not constitute this and this cheap wooden scaffolding, this frame, this thing here. And that's not proof that this is connected to that. We got old world bricks here, probably Roman concrete bricks. And then we have this little shack here. It's absurd. So, like I said, I'll include the video at the end as a bonus feature of this structure here in Marseille, France, known as the Les Anciens de Notre-Dame de la Garde. So, moving on. Here we have the oldest building in Paris, the Hotel des Saints, supposedly built between 1475 and 1519 for Archbishop Tristan Salazar. Unfortunately, Tristan Salazar in Algeria were told that it was Roman originally, that it was supposedly built in 100 AD, but we know that all that stuff is off by about 700 years. So realistically, this was actually probably built in 700 BC. But we're told that it was an old Roman city in what's now Algeria. And believed the city was called Timar or Timbach, something like that. And I might leave that in the description, the right name or the right pronunciation. But there's a lot of pictures of this place. This is just this thing back here. Now, this could still be there. I'm not sure what this is. If anybody knows what this is here in the background, let me know. And then also we have a Zeppelin. We have a hydrogen aircraft right here. Without a doubt, this is what that is. And that's interesting because in these old photos, we usually see what's referred to as vanilla sky, which is when the sky is completely washed out and we don't see any detail in the sky. We don't see any clouds. We don't see any airships, especially. So really, this is kind of rare in the sense that there's an airship visible in the sky. And it's just a very high quality image. It was probably shot on an 8x10 plate originally, so there's a lot of detail. You can see here, this gentleman here, these children, possibly child, possibly a mother. And then here we see like a babushka, like a grandmother, old lady, like an elderly woman here probably. And then we see the hovel that they were living in, they did dwell in. A very cheap construction, very squalor, very crumbly type, right? But then we see this thing back here in the distance, in the background, obviously of a different construction, older, much older, but inferior when juxtaposed with this. And here we see rotten timber, possibly fire damage. And these structures are probably not as old, but the craftsmanship it's two different worlds, literally two different worlds. And then, like I said, the Zeppelin here, that's very interesting. Probably the most interesting thing about the picture, the Zeppelin and this spire, this weird looking thing here. If anybody knows what this is or what it was, or if it still stands in some form or another, let me know in the comments. Which means bridge of the River Elbe. And there's a whole network, there's a whole system of these bridges in Hamburg. And Hamburg, Germany has the most bridges in Europe. It has thousands of bridges because they have so many different rivers and ports and bodies of water and so on and so forth. Now, what's interesting is these towers. Now, official story says that these towers were removed in the 1950s. So the bridge still stands. This bridge is still there. But once again, I could not find any construction photographs, especially of the towers. Now, there's some rinky-dink kind of things, some Mickey Mouse photos that kind of show some scaffolding and all that, but I couldn't find any pictures of the construction of this here. This is much older. They tell you that this was built in the 1800s, more specifically in 1887. But in 1959, the towers were removed. These were removed for no good reason, just had to go. I think because they wanted to widen the entrance.
Now, I'm showing this so you get an idea that there's been a trick done on us, and it's massive. It's planetary. All of the old structures on the planet belong to the people who descend from the people who built them. This is a very frustrating thing personally for me, because when you look into this and you say, wow, this was built in the 19th century, or this was built in the 18th century, who built them? You know what they're going to say? African slaves. So it's a double slap in our face, because this is the same thing they'll say for everything built in America in the 18th and 19th century. They're going to say slave. It never fails. I know records that said my ancestor was a slave, and my ancestor was never a slave. Ever. Very intelligent. Helping name places they went. But they say he was a slave. Nah, he was wealthy. That's what they did. See, the wealth was not paper. Okay? It was not paper. So let's finish this video out, y'all. And we gotta go in on a couple of things. Gotta go in on this Indian word, Indiana, Indianapolis, and all that good stuff. Gotta definitely go in on slave again, and about to express, some things about the generations, to see that we are the generation that we can be the change. I mean, it can start from 142 people. It could become 140,000. It could become 140 million. We are that change. I mean, let's logically look at it. The conscious community has gone as far as it can go. The religious movements and the 501c3 groups called Hebrews have gone as far as they can go. The Islamic movements has gone far as they can go. Even our brothers and sisters of the feather who want to be Native Americans, that shit has not gone fast enough. If you go to the powwows and hanging out with Charlie and Cody and Tonto and all of them, which I'm about to give you all that as soon as I finish this. I got some treats with the slavery. The treat from my good brother Supreme Chief Holiday. By the way, Chief, I sent you that link. You want to hop in for a moment? Yeah, to your email. All right, let's see what else he got for us. Because again, y'all, they will say the people who built the stuff during this period of time were slaves. Now, what do we have? We have a thing called American colonial society, and we thinking that it's, man, I'm telling you, stuff is so much deeper. It's so much deeper than I thought. And I will say this: there's a group called Ethiopian World Federation. They're sitting on these records, and they know about this stuff. They know to cover up, and that's why people like that and no groups like that are responsible. I hold them all responsible.
Something like that, or they were afraid it was going to fall down.
And the Black Masons.
We see a lot of things being destroyed in the 40s and 50s, especially if things can make it to the 70s, they don't make it to the 80s. But yes, we saw a lot of destruction of the old world around the world simultaneously between the 40s and the 50s, and especially the 60s. If anything lasted that long, it was probably not going to last very much. That it was purposely put in a state of disrepair so that they could justify tearing it down. That's another tactic that they use to get rid of old world constructions. They let it deteriorate to the point that it has to be torn down. But anyways, that's the top 10 Instagram photos from the Mudflood account, which is Mudflood Memes on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Man, dude got some creepy little music. So, you know, like I always do, I always show some kind of have people like, what the hell? Why am I looking at that? About to show you. Watch this.
One thing about our community is that we don't identify as African, and we don't like identify as African American.
Talking for the natives.
Yeah,
I like when
it comes to talking about African Americans, I have no education with that. Period. I don't. I'm not even connecting to that no more because that's a system.
The Negro is still languished in the corners of American society. Finds himself in exile in his own land.
Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. You never find a white aborigine. Aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines.
Hold up. Gotta go back. I'm out. Wait a minute. W.B. Du Bois and his buddies are the ones that went to Paris and were digging these things out, somehow knew what to do, somehow knew how to make things work, and boom, there you go. Your stuff in Paris. Let me see. Let me go one more image. There it is. These attractions competed with a host of technological and architectural wonders. A state-of-the-art moving sidewalk, the world's largest telescope and globe, a giant champagne bottle that contained a small theater, and an elevator ride up the Eiffel Tower, which had been erected for the 1889 exposition and was now newly painted a golden shade of yellow. Damn, I wonder what the original color was. Nor were Europe's colonial interests unrepresented. There were displays from South Africa, Indonesia, and the Portuguese Empire. That word Portuguese is very interesting, y'all. A little funny thing. Portus, Latin. Oug, Gaelic. Esse, French. How the hell a word become a nation from that's comprised of three? Goddamn, that's a bunch of words that don't belong together. Carrying on, and large pavilions for the French conquest of Indo-China, Senegal, Cambodia, Tunisia, and Algeria. Although Western Europe and the United States spoke of universal advancements and unity, they perceived Asia and Africa as primitive and exotic and second class. In fact, when the United States first planned its exhibits, financed by Congress, and appropriation of 1.25 million African Americans, that shit's in the way. According. See? It's gonna say slave, or it's gonna say African American. It's gonna have something slick in here. Let me show y'all what a real slave is, y'all. Thanks to our good brother Chief. I get to show y'all a real slave, y'all. And tell me who the slave looked like. I'm gonna read it in the chat, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all, I'm back. Ooh, that was a couple of minutes. Okay. All right, I'm back in. All right, Chief. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let me recap. Damn, I don't know how long that was. So, okay, so here we go. The Slav, the First Nations indigenous people, so them is them Slavs, them American Indian Defense League. This is their peoples right here. Y'all, you know, here they go. They look real happy, fresh from the boat. So I'm going to show you the connection. Again, apologies for the, I thought I was muted, but I wasn't. Okay, so here we have slavery of just Slav. It's a translation of the name given to Dene by the Cree. The Cree people. All right. And they raided and enslaved their less aggressive northern neighbors. So the name Slav, they had the Slav River, the Lesser Slav River, the Great Slav River, the Lesser Slav River. Okay. All derived from the Cree name that Slavs remains incorporated in the French names of the geographical features. Since the French traded with the Cree before the English did, the people now called Slave, damn, in English were not necessarily taken as slaves in that period. They try to do a little damage control at the end. Yeah, I see they didn't put a number at the end of that little damage control right there. Okay, so it's not looking good for the American Indian Defense League on this right here. So here we see these are all these people. Okay. Whoa. The Navajo people. DNA of the Four Corners region of the southwestern United States are descended from the Nahani, who live where the Nahani, blah, blah, blah. And also the slavery of northern Canada. So these reservations are really just slave camps. Because look at this, the Nani National Park Reserve. Why would that even be in there? And they don't know anything about the landscape or anything. They don't know a damn thing about any pyramid, any writing. They don't know anything about America. They really don't, and it's creepy because it's like, damn, you guys, like, why do y'all fight? Why do you guys fight so hard for this lie? Well, I mean, I see the casinos and the money, but for the ones that are not, I don't understand. So here go the dots, y'all. There's French connected to this. And we have these people. They're the slaves. We don't got a date. No, I need a date. They do not give a date. Christianity and animism. No date. Good. That's a good thing that they know better. Excuse me. They know better than to put a date, because then you can track them. Like, oh, okay. Let's see the receipt on that date. So they will not give you the date. So I'm going to have to give a date using another damn site on here. So since it's in Canada and it's involving the French, well, let's look up Charles Netter. Let's look up the god of the Kemetic community. And let's see where Charles Netter set up shop. Let's see where Charles Netter did his thing. Oh, damn, it took me right to the whole shebang. All right, Charles Netter lines, blah, blah, blah. All right. I want to get straight to the point. Let's get down here. And they don't got his shit up there in Canada. Let me see. It should be in there. I got put up on the Wikipedia. All right, hold on. All right, on the Wikipedia. Let me pull it up first, and I'm gonna show y'all. All right. So we have the French doing things. We know they have nothing to do with the French language. These are Jewish people. They speak like Shaka, and Hakanugi. So let's see where he set up his Freemasonic lodges at. Charles Netter was one of the 20 signers of a petition sent to a Canadian Freemason leader, who subsequently agreed to the establishment of a lodge in Jerusalem surroundings. Okay. So that's his is the other one. Here it is. Let me read this part right. Okay. That's just connected to Israel. But this is where Maurice de Hirsch is mentioned. And it says, let me see. Following his doctor's advice, he returned to Europe, but continued to raise funds and support the school and continued his activities for the AIU. He was involved in protecting the rights and safety of Jewish community in Morocco and was in charge of immigration, with an E, of Russian Jewish refugees to North America following the introduction of May laws. Y'all look up May laws, temporary regulations regarding the Jews. All right, let me pull him up. Man, this dude look weird as hell, y'all. Check him out. Man, that's scarier than that damn music. All right, let's hurry up and get to it. All right, so we got this guy, Moritz V. von Hirsch, commonly known as Maurice de Hirsch. All right, let's get down to it. He's the founder of the Jewish Colonialization Association, which sponsored large-scale Jewish immigration to Argentina. I was telling y'all, they brought them into our land. Look at this. Anyway, that's a story for another day about the cemetery. Let's just get to it, man, so y'all understand. There it is. The association, which was prohibited from working for profit, possessed large agricultural colonies in Argentina, Canada, and Palestine. So all that Inuit, all that Slavs that we just showed, that is their colony. Can't even call them our slaves. That's their slaves. Look at that. Okay, y'all. Oh yeah, and a Rothschild was involved as well. Ooh, Rothschild. So okay, all right, man. It was not supposed to take me back to that, but okay. So they brought them in North America, Canada, United States, South America, Argentina, and Brazil, but other places, Ottoman, Palestine, North Africa. But they focused on America. So let's see. 1809, Baron Edmund James D. Rothschild. Now, this is the main point. This is all happening close to the 20th century, y'all. This is all end of 19th century. All these things that are happening is the end of the 19th century. All right. Economic factors. Well, there we go. Hey, notably, the Great Depression led to dissolution of all Western Canadian colonies by the end of World War II, thereafter concentrating its work in the East. The Canadian chapter of the JCA purchased farms and made loans to farmers in Ontario and Quebec. The JCA Canadian Committee made no loans after 1970 and ceased all legal assistance in 1978. Good for y'all. They still got the Canadian Jewish Congress thing going on up there, though. So the East Coast and the east part of Canada, we see who's operating in these areas, who's in control. These people, and that's our land too, man. That's our stuff too. Out of nowhere, all these Masonic lodges pop up. Ooh, yeah, right. Yeah, they built all those buildings. Yeah, right. So there's a lot of stuff. We have to realize that our greatness is so much greater than what it is. Then hopefully this will spark that inspiration to make these moves, to take these steps. Start building our own, man. We need someone to build cars. We need someone to build houses. We need someone to build trains, airplanes, submarines. Yeah, we need someone to build everything. We need to find everything that's being built, everything that our people want. We need to make it 100 times over so we don't need it from anyone else. We remove this, there'll be no compromise. We won't have these rappers rapping about money and flashing and stuff and getting killed. We won't have the sneakiness of people who went to a school called Yale and they come out like they really have our interests, but they really don't. We won't have shoemakers coming out. I'm about to build a new school. The school is coming, and the school, we see what's going to happen. He's going to teach the same damn stuff that gets us nothing or nowhere. We have the greatest potential in sitting around and not doing a damn thing. So let's take that potential and reverse that and get our own. I just want to make sure that this message really gets out to everybody. We only have so much time on this planet. We really do. So let me let y'all see this video. But bring y'all in for a minute. But I got a lot of stuff I'm going to do. So I will share the link, let people on for a minute. I just want to make sure everyone gets the point, man, that we have to do this. We have to do it now. We have to do it now. So let me share the rest of this video. Bust out this name Indian. You see here a structure. You see, I'll show the black and whites in this video, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek of another video that is going to reveal a lot. Okay. You see how this looks like a log cabin? I'm going to let y'all know. When you see these structures built the way they are and they say they built them, this is the best of what they really built at that time. They did not build with stone, one-piece structures, fine designs, and they did not do that. The lost generation, aka them, not us, the Slav, were barely capable of building these log cabins. They needed us just to build the damn log cabins. And I've seen what the stuff looked like when they didn't have our help. Look like shit on a stick. Palmer language. Let's get back to the video before I show a little bit of a sneak peek into some of this work. Now, I actually been to this image. I did a video on my Twitch account. I didn't know Twitch literally deletes all your stuff, so I lost it. I can only zoom in so much. But earlier you saw the image of this obelisk-like structure, and there's all kind of concrete images coming off of it. When you see what this looked like in the early 20th century, in late 19th century, it looked nothing like it does today. Yeah, exactly. A horse and buggy did it. he whiz. That's what's up. Again, in all these times, you are a African American of African descent or a slave, and that's how everything was built. That's any conclusion. If you're gonna use any of their books, any of their history, that agrees with you or disagrees with you. At the end of the day, the person who wrote that information or documented what they saw, how they saw us or whatever, still see this. All right. It's still this. So no matter what, it's going to be prisoners of war. Oh, we can't put prisoners of war on this one group. We're going to say African Americans. Oh, we can't put African American on this one group. We're going to say slave. That they play the same card. No matter what, it's going to get to the point where it's either two ways. We were the slaves and we built these things, or our ancient ancestors built these things and it has nothing to do with the people today. And I'm leaning more towards the latter. So they need to, and I've been to Indiana. I've been to Indianapolis. I've been to these places. I've gone through these places. Now, when I looked at this is actually I took this picture right. There are snakes where you see the bird up there. The four birds are up there. There's snakes right below the birds. It's like cobras. And then there's snakes coming out the head of the statue over there. Well, this area right here. It's made out of black material. So you know what that is. I'm not going to go on into the details about that. So watch. And I gotta start all the way back over. Think of all the stuff y'all just saw. Showing old real structures. Look. Right now, damn. All over the United States of America. All over the U.S. All over our America. You will find this all day. And if you think that this is all made all around the same time in all 50 states, 19th century, all that, Dumber than a box of rice. I rode the train back from Indiana, but I took the train up to Illinois first. You know, I had to go check out some stuff in Illinois that was relevant to my bloodline. I dipped out. I didn't really get to see much, but I just, you know, went through the town, got to see the area, see what it looked like. There's a lot of structures all around the Midwest, man, that I'm telling you, you try and get those black and white pictures of when it was made. You know, so I was documenting everything. After going to Indiana and seeing what my family was involved in and the things pertaining to, you know, my rights, my RITEs, I had a whole nother perspective on life. Like, oh, damn. So I've been all around stuff and it's been in my face. Okay. All right, well, let me look. Let me see what I'm looking at, but not looking at. So here I am. What's that? Oh, yep, I'm crossing over the Mississippi right here. Northern part of the Mississippi. Think I was in Missouri or one of those. I forgot which state. Illinois or Missouri. They were probably in between. Now, on the first American documentary, today I'm going to give y'all a little peek, but you're going to know by the end of the documentary, you'll know that when you see stuff like that, you're going to know what you're really looking at. I'm going to just say that. You're going to know what's really going on. Again, I mean, if y'all, I wish you could see my mouse cursor, but okay. Let me show you another. Pause on another part. What's that? On my way from Indianapolis to California, I literally documented everything I could. Literally. Going through all these different states. Seeing some things I couldn't believe. On my way there, I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I'm just like, ooh, wow. Look at how the lines are, man. Look at the colors. Ooh, on my way back, I'm like, oh shit, nigga, that shit looking at me. What the fuck is that shit? God damn, man. What the fuck, man? I'm telling y'all, man, the real world, when you know what this real world is, man, nobody tell you, nobody playing costume, dress up. I'm telling you, that's all these people are doing. These police, these firemen, these judges, these are costume dress up. That's all they doing, man. Let me get back to the info. Back to the information. All right here, I'm standing on a giant mound in Hemet, California. It's like this special, there's like this spiritual thing. The wind blows a special way. Look up Hemet, California, and just look at the surrounding area. I'm telling y'all, it's really breathtaking. You know, it's like, I think I saw about 5 pyramids over there. of some ancient plateaus, couple earthworks, and my daughter's mom would get pissed off. God damn it, stop looking at the mountains while you dropping off orders and stuff. I'm telling you, if I got her on the phone right now, she'll tell you. God damn it, he just stared at the mountain and then tell me I'm a Craig, god damn it. Yeah, you damn right. Look at what Craig is. So when I went to him in California, and you know, it was a good time. I didn't see my daughter for a couple of years. Then I got to see the surrounding, and my father stays down in Temecula. So, I drove down. I was like, damn, Dad. Like it's amazing, man. I didn't know that, all this stuff was on the damn mountains and rocks and shit. Sneaky, I talk to my pops like that. You sneaky, okay, I see you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of sneaky with it. When I first went to him in California, I was talking to the Good Brother Creek Running Water. I sent them some images, man, and was sharing the building. And I forgot what channel he was on, but he was talking about he was doing it down in Mexico. That was the first brother I talked to when I was at Hemet about really, really, devoting some energy and time to this. That was like around Thanksgiving. Was it after Thanksgiving? I forgot. Around something like that. Yeah. So in him in California, and I got to ask my dad, I'm like, so he tells me, said that's the reason why, he moved in these areas because, my father bought a house and he put it in all our names and made us, the owners of the house and stuff. And I was kind of pissed, like, man, why you get a house out in this area, man? There ain't no stadiums getting built. We need some. You put some in my name. I need that 100,000, 200,000 to go to 2 million. I want to be able to split and everybody eating right. And then he told me, he was like, well, you already sold the house, but he was telling me, he's like, yeah, that's why I moved over here. Because he didn't want to pay that extra money to live in those places where these ancient structures and stuff is. I don't want to say too much, give away too much, man. So I'll just say like this, man. In him in California, and I went to Big Bear. I went to this other mountain area around Big Bear and got to sit in the mountains, got to see the man, this world is not what we think. The world is, if you study anything about planet Earth from the Discovery Channel or some books about anything, even the herbs and foods we eat, man, we have to re-examine everything. Everything needs to be re-examined. You know what I mean? There's nothing that doesn't need to be re-examined and personally done and dealt with by a whole man. We need to become our own scientists. That's basically it. You know what I mean? Let me get back to the video. I don't got much time left, y'all. I got a bus move, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Structures all up there, ruins over there. I was dropping off medicine, and it's like, damn, man, it's like y'all didn't even know y'all buy all this. I just shut my mouth. I'm not even gonna say nothing. Wow, you see I put it sideways? Like, god damn, that's a big ass face looking up. Tell y'all, man. Oh. Yeah, special place, man. If you go there, be careful. It's a lot of snakes, a lot of scorpions, a lot of all that. All right, let me see. I got one video, but I have to put it on mute first. Hold on real quick. You know what? I can play it without the sound. Yeah, I can play it without the sound. Because, yeah, the music is definitely get you flagged, so. Really? Come on, man. Yeah. So again, man, if you think that these people were philosophers and they were Plato's and Socrates and they were enslaving us, or they were in control of some Library of Congress and they were teaching us this English language and they were teaching us how to read and write. Like if you have that mind state, that state of mind or whatever, there's not much that I could really tell you, you know, other than good luck if you're gonna stay down that path. But these people have done a real number on us, so it's like I can't even, you know, shame our elders or shame them for, you know, what they've done. All I could do is what we can do now. So right here, you'll learn about that in the movie. So this is what they did, y'all. They went around, look, man, it looked like a great ancestor was flicking off somebody. It's pointed up, so I guess he had beef with Sky Daddy.
Yeah. I'm too sexy for this.
You got a big homie creeping around here looking. Big homie down there. All right, that's all y'all need.
Yeah. Too sexy for your girl. Too sexy for.
All right, here y'all go. So, no Sky Daddy helped me to see this. Well, the so-called view, you know, from above, Sky Daddy. No book, no nothing. I discovered this on my own. This is what we have to do. We're gonna have to go out and find these things on our own. You gotta do it. You gotta do it for yourself. You want it done the best.
For this world, too sexy for this ice, too sexy for that jet. Yeah.
So anybody can tell me how the hell is something that big? You know, I drive by this all day delivering food. I'm about to go do it in about an hour. All around this area. I found mounds, I found pyramids, I found ruins. Yesterday, I went about 10 miles into the mountain. I got live footage from that. It's so much, man. It's so much. When we understand the greatness of what we're standing on and that we're connected to it, you know, it's a wrap. Yeah, I want to show that one. You know, I wanted to show us just a little
too
stuff.
Sexy for this.
Yeah, y'all got requests, y'all funny. Man, show that one, man. All right. y'all gonna have to watch the movie, man. Let me.
One thing about our community is that we don't identify as African, and we don't like identify as African American.
I'm talking for the natives.
Yeah.
I like when
it comes to talking about African Americans, I have no education with that. Period. I don't. I'm not even connecting to that no more because that's a system.
The Negro is still languished in the corners of American society. Finds himself in exile in his own land.
Aborigines, which means what? Black folks. You never find a white aborigine. Aborigines are called natives, or they're always dark-skinned people. You and I are aborigines.
All right, man, before I bust it out here, I'm going to give y'all the real sneak peek. You probably seen that video, the one I showed before, if you're on my Instagram. That, the park rangers, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the book. Damn book. Burn this motherfucker when I'm done with it, too. Yeah, let me show one another book before. Where the hell my damn book at? Yeah, all the dumbass words that don't mean that damn part of your body. I know them all, y'all. Got it all right here, man. See, like this, teach me how to live and survive. Over there. God damn where I put this book at. I really don't care about books now. I don't even know where I put the damn book. All right. Well, y'all have to look at it on here. Well, anyway, those are a couple of pages. I can't find where I put the book at the moment. I was just going to show y'all the cover. So anyway. Yeah, y'all see me with my wild here.
Give me the book. Give me that. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Yeah. Walk on down. No, that she freaky in my bloodline. No, that she freaky in TPE with the dusty in the muffin and that piece of shit from asshole. Too raw, hit you with too raw. Couple some up, some money, but some back. One in the head, one in the back. Couple little black bird boomerang shoes. Come and shoot Pac like he coming back to. With a slave shit, with a prison ship do. Call what the hell my prison shit do. Call me when you want, I'ma say this shit to you. Ain't no Simba, Pumbaa, Hakuna Matata. When it comes to DNA, motherfucker, get nada. What you want? Aboriginal. United States. Aboriginal. Give me the book. Give me that. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? Yeah. Walk on down. No, that she freaky in
Did you know that the Egyptian hieroglyphics, relics, and infrastructure is older in America than the one in Africa? Look at this photo. Here's another one. I know it's the same one. Here's a Sphinx in the Grand Canyon. A statue in the Grand Canyon. Sacrificial grounds in the Grand Canyon. Now, this was discovered in the Grand Canyon too. It is now located in the Smithsonian Institute at Washington, D.C.
Got a pure gold. Look at that.
More infrastructure and hieroglyphics. So how long is we going to continue to believe in this fake history that they're producing today? And these fake long years. The reason you feel like you're from Egypt is because Egypt was in America. You're from there.
I'm going to give you a sneak peek into the work I'm doing while I need to travel to the certain locations. Like, is this an eye right here? Is that a body? All this type of stuff. In reality, we are living in a we are standing on multi-dimensional land. It's just been under our feet. First civilization, ancient civilization, yo. You want to know where this is all located? Oh, yeah. That's California, baby. California, Nevada. For the good brothers and sisters in the community, both and all, as in Pan-African and Aboriginals, I want to show that in Pasadena, that some brothers from the East Coast of America came to Pasadena, California. In fact, they were some of the wealthiest brothers that were a part of the Methodist Church. They came here to Pasadena. And on Colorado Street, where they do the Rose Parade, this is where they set it up. And I want you to pay attention. You probably can't see it that good, but on the murals, those are black people. But it's about to get better. See the cross there? Watch, I'm about to show you something. These brothers proceed to the route. These brothers put the unk on the church, right? The First Methodist Church. Proceed to the route. Sorry about that, y'all. So you'll see it was done like even Jesus is darker than me on there. It's done in 1923. All right, y'all. Real recognize real. Thanks. All right, I had to cut out a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it's too revealing. Too revealing, but y'all definitely will get that in the movie. Y'all get a full breakdown of, as mentioned, the multi-dimensional physical hologram, not the mystical, magical holographic universe nonsense created by Quantico and the people that want to control your brain. The weird devices like little Tesla dude, but an actual hologram. Now, by request, before I go, I'm gonna save. I want to save the whole word for Indian in Indiana, Indianapolis, for next week. But before we go, somebody requested something, and it's actually something that I just stumbled upon recently. So let me see. I'll do that just to give an understanding. I talked to good brother Chief. He said he's been here. I have not been there yet, but hold on. All right, let me share this for y'all. Before I cut out. Sometime this week, I need to hit this location. Let me go through all of them. All right, this is Pyramid Lake in California. Let me find a decent large image. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up here for y'all. Look at that. Damn, man, I'm on that Acon Wi-Fi right now. Why my Wi-Fi acting up, y'all? Now, right here, you see a structure right here too as well. They have tainted with everything. They have tainted almost every structure they possibly can that they could understand a little bit of. But you can tell just by the structures of the mountains right here, where the mountains are. I'm not going to go into the details of that. But here you see, can't zoom in. Let me get a little closer on that. In fact, I think they have a better one. Yeah, I'm going to pull up a better picture of it. Hold on. Drop that. There it is. Man, I found so much better images than this. I don't know why I can't find a decent image. Well, it's very interesting that I don't know if it was brother or sister, the feather who mentioned it. But I'm actually planning on doing something to go in on this. Because, I got some questions. Come on, let me get closer than that. So many of us are under the impression that a pyramid or a structure has to be a certain way. Actually, in the mountains where I'm at, you can see a lot of pyramid structures like this, but none of them with the steps like that. None of them with the steps like that. That right there shook me up earlier today looking at it. Very interesting. And another thing too, if you're expecting to go to these monuments or ruins or anything and something special to happen, nah. What you do is you do something special from that point on. You be the change in the direction of the wind. Don't let the wind change your direction. For my good brothers and sisters of the feather, I'm time's running short. Let me show a little bit of Indianapolis. Y'all, again, man, y'all see this? Y'all check out, go find images of Pyramid Lake. Look all around it. I found some images of some structures around this area that are mind-blowing. I found about 20 of them. Mind-blowing. Like, oh, that ain't normal. Oh, another pyramid. Like, there's another step pyramid around here, too. And then they cut through pyramids and built roads. They did that on purpose, y'all. Don't think it was by accident. Don't think it's by accident, man. I gotta rock this again. Pimp C, my OG. Let's bang out one time for him as we ride out.
Fuck this motherfucker. He just got low, you know what I mean? He got to get out here. Ain't no place here for us, you know what I mean?
RIP to the realest from the side, Chad Butler. Hey, I know you heard of me, yeah. Another first degree. I know you heard of me. Another first degree for murder. It's a capital murder. I'm a pimp C, bitch, so run me my bucks. I sold pussy on the street cause I knew nothing but sluts. Just came back from Dallas, Texas in a 6'8" lack. Bitch, I got ostrich on my seat, my candy paint red and black. When I left I had one, but I'm coming back with two. And she bought a girlfriend, hey, so now I got a few. Hey, hit the website and make it do what I do. I make 3,000 in one day, so motherfuck what you do. If I told you pussy number, you would think I was fibbing. Going in and out of town, you might think I was tripping. In the game ain't a thing coming foreign with Jag. I spent 1,000 on a Sachi shirt and left on the tag. Got a badge, no bunny, and that bitch is legit. I hooked that hoe up with my plug and that bitch hit for a brick. Whipped it up, double back, cut them rookies some slack. Bitch, I came up uncorrupt, I'm selling pussy and crack. Got some kush from California, had to take me a trip. Bitch, I mailed myself a 30, made 2,000 to split. Hit the studio with Sam, cause I got something to say. Pussy stay up out my face, cause I got something to spray. True hustler out the South, big bag man. Hater see me drop his head and get mad. And ex see my new bitch and get sad. And start crying cause she eating out the trash can. Central Texas motherfucker, that's where I stay. I be in corrupt city every goddamn day. Big paper I'm stacking. Hoes gon' let me beat they back in, cause all this dick that I be packing. A black man and a poet. Pimp C one of the best to ever do it, and I'ma make sure that y'all know it. My best friend a real killer, so you best not trip. Pussy keep on popping off, he gon' get shot in the lip. Slow ass nigga. It's the first degree. I know you heard of me. It's the first degree. I know you heard of me. It's the first degree murder. Murder. It's the first degree murder. Murder. It's a capital murder. 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 I brought it back. Shout out to Bun B. Check this out. Just like Bun B, bitch. I was a king of moving chickens in my kitchen whipping. Never slipping, pop the clip and I kept my sink dripping. Just in case the task force is flipping, they got them stitches tipping. I ain't tripping, pain dripping, plus I got bitches stripping. Now peep this game from a heavy brother, the fatty lover. Overeating belly stuffer, never been a petty hustler. I get his dick to your mother, cause I'm a motherfucker. Chew me up like some hubba bubba, she'll never love another. She like to eat nutter butter, I need another rubber. But keep that shit undercover, I'm trying to duck a sucker, yes sir, Mr. Master. Hit your sister faster than pastor to the pastor. He fucked behind the church in the pastor. Seen the bitch walking almost past him. Let the window down, then the pastor. The gas, then the asked her. If she had asthma, I gassed her. Told the bitch forget about her, pass her. Skin is yellow like hello. Booty poking like an elbow and shaking like a bowl of jello. Yeah, ho, hit the track and she ain't talking about no railroad. All she said is yes, she can't even spell no. Yeah, bro, strapped like some Velcro with nail blow. Brother better have my mail, ho, before I catch a murder case and go to jail. Oh, hell no. Suckers gon' suffer. I bust a buster and his brother with this cutter from Russia. If the 12 wanna discuss you, I'd never discuss you. Throw your body in a mechanical car, crush you and crush you. Don't know what the fuck is up with Usher, but I'm burning your lover. Be at your funeral smoking with the preacher, deacon, and usher. Bust your head, have your head leaking red like a gusher. Throw your body in the water like some tissue and flush it. Chop you up like a machete, like you been fighting with Freddy. Face and belly looking like a bowl of meatball and spaghetti. You ain't ready. All of my niggas dead and they'll piss on you like R. Kelly and shit on you like a white freaking Lee. You stanky and smelly.